Hey, we the people like Gates Garcia, so that's no excuse.
Dear Groypers, let's talk, man to man, because you need to hear this. Not from someone trying to score points or go viral, but from someone who actually cares about where you end up. You've been told you're part of something bigger, that you found a tribe of men who see through the lies, who reject the modern world, who stand for faith, truth, and order. That's the pitch, right? That's what pulled you in. But here's the truth. You're being lied to. You're being used by a group of men who don't want to build anything. They just want to destroy. You've mistaken anger for conviction, cynicism for intelligence, and isolation for strength. But the men leading this so-called movement, your influencers, your online philosophers, they aren't building homes. They aren't building communities. And they certainly aren't building families. They mock the very thing that built civilization, the nuclear family. And they do it under the banner of faith. They preach about masculinity, but don't protect, provide, or commit. They'll talk about virtue, then degrade women. They'll call for tradition, but their lives look nothing like their traditions they claim to defend. Faith isn't something you tweet about. It's something you live. And living it means walking humbly before God, honoring women as partners, raising children in truth, and serving something greater than yourself. That's what men of faith do. That's what builders do. But your leaders, they're phony. Why are you allowing this? You wouldn't let a football coach teach you how to play baseball, so why are you letting boys teach you how to be men? Why are you following men who've never led anything real? Not a family, not a household, not even themselves. Why are you giving your loyalty to people who never built a thing in their lives? Ask yourself this. What's the succession plan for your movement? What happens in 20 years when the men you follow have no sons, no daughters, no legacy, no family dinners, no Sunday morning spent teaching their kids to pray? Who carries the torch when no one has passed it on? The answer is no one, because a movement without families dies in one generation. See, I can tell you this as someone who's lived on both sides, the single man chasing ambition and the husband and father building a legacy. And I'll tell you, after my faith, the most rewarding thing I've ever done is raise my family, my wife and my kids. They are my mission. They're the reason I get up in the morning, the reason I fight, the reason I care about what kind of country we leave behind. If your leaders tell you that marriage is a trap, that women are the enemy, that family life is weakness, run. Because that's not a movement of men. That's a cult of cowards. Real men don't run from responsibility. They embrace it. They don't sneer at love. They protect it. They don't chase temporary thrills. They plant roots. And if you think that being a man is about being dominant, cold, or detached, you've bought into the same lies as the left, just wrapped in a different slogan. True strength is service. True leadership is sacrifice. True masculinity is the ability to control your impulses, discipline your desires, and love fiercely the people entrusted to your care. You've been told the world is lost, that all hope is gone, that society is too broken to save. That's convenient, isn't it? It lets you off the hook. Because if it's all hopeless, you don't have to build anything. You don't even have to try. But that's a lie straight from hell. The same lie every fallen empire tells itself right before it collapses. Our ancestors didn't quit when the odds were bad. They didn't sit around on live streams complaining about how women dress or how modern life is unfair. They worked. They fought. They built families, churches, schools, businesses. They left something for you. And the question is whether you'll leave something for everyone else. You want to be countercultural? Then get married. Be faithful. Raise kids. Read your Bible. Work hard. Love your country. Serve your neighbor. That's rebellion in a culture that worships itself and despises discipline. That's the kind of man who changes the world, not the kind who hides behind irony and outrage. And I get it. Some of you are hurt. You feel invisible. You feel betrayed by institutions that used to guide you, churches that got soft, politicians who lied, teachers who mocked your values. You have every reason to be angry. But don't let that anger turn you into the very thing you despise. Don't let bitterness steal your future. You've got time to turn around, to stop following the men who profit off your despair, the ones who preach hopelessness because it keeps you watching, the ones who tell you to tear everything down while they live off the chaos. They aren't your brothers. They're your captors. You want to know what real faith looks like? It looks like a father holding his newborn in the middle of the night, praying for strength. It looks like a husband working 2 jobs to put food on the table. It looks like a man on his knees asking God to make him better than he was yesterday. You want to build a movement that lasts? Then start at home. Build a family, build a life, build a faith that doesn't just survive online, but thrives in the real world. Because this country doesn't need more loud voices. It needs more strong fathers, faithful husbands, and men who will choose creation over destruction. So, dear Groypers, it's time to grow up. It's time to lead. You can keep following false prophets who promise power but deliver emptiness, or you can choose something real, something that outlives you. Stop tearing down. Start building. The fight for the future belongs to those who actually have one, and it's up to you. What a gift.
Hey, we the people like Gates Garcia, so that's no excuse.